Hi everybody, Heather from HMB Training Services. I hope you're keeping safe and well in these circumstances. I'm here today to tell you what you need to do if somebody needs some help from you. So we are going to go through the dangers, response, airways, breathing, circulation and what to do and how to call an ambulance. What do you do if you found your mum or your dad, your brother, your sister, or if you're living at home with other members of the family? What would you do? You found them collapsed and not moving. This could be in the living room, in the garden, upstairs somewhere. What would you do? So we're going to go through my letters again, and I've already told you what they are, so see if you can remember and good listening. So D means danger. We need to check dangers first. Before we can jump in and have a look at our casualty, we need to be careful that there's no further dangers. You can list your dangers with your mum and dad after this video, and that could be your homework. So what dangers are there in the home? There are absolutely loads of them. So if you put your mind to it, you'll know what the dangers are. So what can be dangers? In my instance, there's been loads of Lego, and what actually happened is mum came in the living room and tripped over and hurt herself, and in the process she might have bumped her head or done something serious. But we are looking for the dangers, and we're going to get that Lego pieces out of the way. Once we remove the dangers, we then come to R. So once we have done R, when we come to R, we are going to be checking for response. I am testing you. So response, this is where we come to the casualty, we tap them on the shoulders, we communicate to them. Mum, are you there? Mum, can you hear me? Tap them, keep on tapping them. We're not going to punch them though, that's not nice. We are going to tap them very carefully, and we could possibly do this, but we're going to say, Mum, can you hear me? So no response, I could be going or there'll be no noise at all. Once we have checked the response, we're on our own. It's important that we can shout for help. There's got to be somebody in your household. You're not alone at these times through the lockdown, so there's got to be somebody at home. We are going to shout for help. Dad, come quick! Mum's not very well, so Dad comes rushing in, but in the meantime, from when Dad comes in, we are going to check the airway. Airway, we're using our forehead and our chin with two hands and lift it back. I will show you in a minute. When we are checking in the airway, we are actually checking there's nothing in there. So when there's nothing in there and the airways are open, then we can check for breathing. When we are checking for breathing, we are looking down at the chest and we're putting our ear next to their mouth. What we are doing is listening for breath, and we are feeling for breath on our cheek. We do that for 10 seconds. 10 seconds, okay? So once we've done that for 10 seconds, we would know that they are breathing. Our casualty is breathing, but when we get to C, it's very important that we check for circulation. So we're checking to see if there's any colour in their face, that they're not blue, they've got colours in their cheek, and we know that they are alive because they are breathing and they're making some noise from the casualty. So to recap, we have got danger, check the area, then we're going to check their response. So we've got our lovely Fred here, our mannequin. We check for response and we talk to them. Mum, can you hear me? Mum, are you there? Then we shout for help. Dad, come quick. Mum's not very well. Then we check their airway. So what we are going to do is tilt the head back. So tilt the head back with their chin and their forehead, and you tilt them back. Normal person, the head will stay. My mannequin, he wants to be naughty and put his head back. So airway is open, check the airway. Then B is next for breathing. We listen and look down. Check for 10 seconds if they are breathing. We look at the circulation, and the circulation should be okay and good, and we should have heard some breaths. Well done, you have done your checks. You check for danger, response, airway, breathing and circulation. We know our casualty is breathing and we need to now get emergency help as soon as we can to our door. We are now going to be calling a number for the ambulance. So I'm going to do a few quizzes throughout the video so you can answer them as we go along. So my first question, and you can pause the video so you can see if you got the question right. So my first one is, what number is the ambulance service? What is the number that we need to call? So we need to call 999 and we need to make sure that it is the correct number. So 911, 111, it is a 999, you can't go wrong. So 999 is what we're going to call. And my next question is, what is the first question they're going to ask us? So yes, it's going to be, what is your emergency? So 999, we call it. What's your emergency, please? Oh, it's an ambulance. What is the ambulance service going to ask us next? They need to know, what is a casualty doing? That's my clue. So what is a casualty doing? And the casualty is breathing. So the ambulance need to know whether they are breathing or not. So the next question will be, is the casualty breathing? Yes, they are breathing. They need to know other questions, and they could be anything from what happened, are they making any noise, are they talking, what happened, who are they, who are you, what's your name? They'll go through all of those. Now it's important, now this is my next question to you, how many of you know your full address, including door number, street name and postcode? So how many of you know the full address? It's very important to know every detail of that address, not so much the area, but definitely the first line and the last line. So that's your little homework while we're in lockdown, to make sure that you know your full address. When the ambulance does arrive, they will stay on the phone with you throughout the call as soon as the ambulance arrives. As soon as they do arrive, then what they will do is disconnect the call. A good tip is to put something excitable, bright, onto your garden, or get somebody just to stand there by the front door just to wave them down. I do suggest in my normal classes is to put a blanket, a bright coloured pillow, pink for example. We've got loads of pink cushions upstairs, so we could put something quite bright on there and just tell them, the call handler, they will tell the paramedic, look out for the bright coloured pink pillow. It's a small one but it's brightly pink and it's on the lawn. Once they do arrive, I would like to let you know that they will be looking a little bit different while we're in the lockdown. While this virus, hopefully this virus will blow away soon, but while we've got this little virus that's going around at the moment, they will be dressed a little bit differently. So normally, what colour is their uniform? So that's my next question. What colour is the paramedic uniform? Yes, that's correct. They are dressed in green. In the current climate, they may turn up to your doorstep looking a little bit like this, dressed in white. So we hope you have enjoyed the video about keeping safe, what you would do in emergency, what would you do if somebody's collapsed on the floor, what the ambulance service will ask us, what number we need to call them on, and also it's important to know our address. And for your homework, learn your address and just list, as a game, list who can actually spot the most dangers. Dangers could include obstacles on the floor, electrical items. We've got the cooker. When mum and dad's cooking, that's all hot. Food may be hot. That's another danger because I don't want to burn our mouth. So there's lots of dangers. Falling from heights. There's stuff in the garden that will happen as well. So just look out for the dangers and list them. And for the current climate, please keep safe. Keep each other safe. No silliness, and we don't want to send people to the hospitals unnecessarily. So stay safe and well, and now you know what to do if you know somebody who is not responding, they're not talking to us and how we would actually call for the ambulance. Hope you've enjoyed it. That's Heather from H&B Training.